Hey Porter County, it's the afternoon hours, and you know what that means. A brand new episode of Unscripted right here from the Service Master Studio. I'm your host, Asher Vanderwood.
And I'm your other, more exciting host, Sophia Foyer. And today, we're all about variety.
From sports to TV shows, and yes, even a debate on some of the worst fights ever, we've got you covered.
Whoa, fights, Asher? What would you even know about hand-to-hand combat?
What do you mean by that?
I'm just saying, if you really want to get in the ring or the cage, it'd be really disastrous.
Yeah.
Kind of like some of these fights that Broden and I discussed in our first segment, worst fights of all time. Hi guys, I'm Sophia.
This is Broden.
I'm Braden.
And today we're here to talk about the worst MMA fights ever. Now, Braden, would you like to start us off?
I would. So first, we have Dada 5000 versus Kimbo Slice. This might be one of the worst conditioned fights you will ever see. After first round, everyone can tell both fighters were fatigued, and it didn't get any better after that. A whole lot of laying on each other, and then the Dada 5000 got knocked out and flew around the ring, and then fell down. So it's not enjoyable to watch. And then Kimbo tragically died a couple months after that, which was rough. But yeah, worst fight I think I've ever watched in my life.
I hear Broden has something to say about that.
If you were to ask me, I would say that the worst fight that I've probably ever watched is probably Israel Adesanya versus Yoel Romero.
And why is that?
It's one of the lowest punch outputs in any UFC. I think it might be the lowest punch output in a UFC title match. They both threw a total of 40-something punches the entire fight. Israel Adesanya, they both landed less than 10 jabs. And the whole entire fight, Yoel Romero is just like lifting his leg up and then walking around, and then they don't throw at all. So it's a very hard watch. I watched this live when it happened, and it was a long night. It was a terrible main event.
Well, between the two, I would have to say I think the worst fight is probably Braden's choice, I should say. Because the way the Dada goes down is like an airplane. Like, it just, whoo, down. Down. So, do you have anything to rebuttal off of Broden?
Honestly, for Broden, I feel like the hype for his was very high. And just because this was both didn't really have that many fights for the record professionally, but it was a high street fight, and to go out and not even really strike at all and just lay on each other for 2 rounds and be exhausted and then fall down and get knocked out. I feel like both the hypes between both fights were very high and did not meet those at all.
Yeah, this is when Israel was at like the height of his payday, and Yoel Romero is one of the most entertaining fighters at the time. He may have got his title shot off of fighting. It was either the second Whitaker fight or it was when he fought Paulo Costa. And those were both very entertaining fights, and then he just came in against Adesanya and did nothing.
Yeah.
He just didn't do anything. He just lifted his leg up. He literally just walked around like a praying mantis the whole fight.
Now that we've heard both their options and their choices, that you guys can pick who's the worst fight, or what is the worst fight, I should say. We got a street fight and a fight that did not really happen. So my pick was Frank Mir versus Mirko Cro Cop. Now, watching this fight, you would think there would be a lot of action because Mirko is a kickboxer, and Frank Mir, he does do jiu-jitsu, but he can stand up pretty well. The whole fight, if you watch it, is literally just one punch and let me fight for underhooks. And that was the whole round. Every round, and went to decision, which, how did anybody win that fight? It still amazes me. But out of all 3 of our picks, what do you guys say is the worst fight? Broden?
To be honest, Kimbo's was bad.
Kimbo's was bad.
Kimbo's was really bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with Izzy versus Romero just because there was such high hype for that fight. and there was just nothing.
Yeah, what about you, Brayden?
Of course I'm going to stick to my fight. That's why I picked it. But I honestly, dude, to have, like, the street reputation of being, like, the biggest just dude out there on the street, and to have that go into a ring, and both guys, like, even with their knockout clips, like, Kimbo's got a whole reel, and for it to go to that, like, where no one even, like, I don't think they had a scratch. And the only scratch was Dallas 5000's face on the mat when he
that was added to the reel. What do you mean?
Well, that's our worst fight picks. I hope you enjoy and tune in next time.
Man, those were pretty bad, but luckily we've got some good stuff in store for you, such as Stacy's interview with Mr. Swinford and what he's doing to help the hurricane relief efforts in North Carolina.
Stay tuned and we'll be right back.
It is hopeless, but feel like it's all that I need. Something inside of me's broken. I hold on to anything that sets me free. I'm a lost cause. Baby, don't waste your time on me. I'm so damaged beyond repair. Life has shattered my hopes and my dreams.
Buying a house can be an incredibly stressful experience, filled with uncertainty and countless decisions. Fortunately, with Geisha Realty, that stress disappears. Geisha Realty is one of the leading realtors in Porter County, known for helping clients navigate the home buying process smoothly and efficiently. They understand the local market inside and out to make sure you find the perfect home that meets all your needs. If you are ready to embark on this exciting journey, reach out to the Geisha Group at 219-771-5634. Let the Geisha team make your dreams a reality.
Welcome back to Unscripted. As we mentioned before the break, Stacy recently had the chance to sit down with Mr. Swinford, our marketing teacher here at the Career Center, to talk about what he's doing to help some of the victims of the hurricane in North Carolina. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Stacy, and I'm here with...
Hi, I'm Mark Swinford.
And I heard you were doing a food drive, and I wanted to ask you some questions about it. Why are you doing a food drive at the Porter County Career Center?
Sure, the food drive is in support of the victims of Hurricane Helene based in North Carolina. So part of my long drive team, Shark Attack Golf and Ultimate Long Drive, we are putting on this event, or they are putting on this event, not we. They are putting on this event in order to help those victims out from Hurricane Helene.
That seems like a good cause. The next question is, can you tell us a little bit about the event that you're collecting your food for?
Sure. Long drive is a sport in which that is based in golf. So I have played golf most of my life, and long drive is the ability to hit the driver the farthest. So whoever can hit the golf ball the farthest. So we will be having a long drive event, a long drive contest, starting at 6 p.m. in the evening in Brevard, North Carolina at 4U, and there'll be a lot of guys there. It'll be a lot of fun, a lot of competition, but a lot of brotherhood and a lot of camaraderie that goes into it as well.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a part of golf. And then my next question is, what items are you collecting for the food drive?
It's a great question. Any non-perishable items, food items, canned goods, toiletries, anything that essentially as much as I could fit in my vehicle to take down to North Carolina.
And why do you think it's important for people to participate in the food drive?
It's always good to help. Always been one of my favorite things that Mr. Rogers said. I grew up watching Mr. Rogers. In times of trouble, always look for the helpers, and I've always thought of myself as wanting to be one of those helpers. So, in times of trouble, another out. There's a lot of devastation in that area, so we need to come together, and we're going to help them out.
That reason seems like a good reason to participate. And the last question if you had one message for people affected by Hurricane Helene, what would it be?
Just to hang on. You're loved, you're supported. help's on the way. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask for help, because we're willing to help.
That sounds like a lovely message. Well, I'm Stacy, and I interviewed Mr. Winford. Thank you for doing the interview, and see you guys next time. Bye.
Turning to a lighter note, or maybe a darker note, one of the hot new shows streaming on demand right now is Hysteria. Let's check in with Olivia to hear all about it.
Let's go back in time to the 1980s. What will happen when a beloved varsity quarterback disappears in the town of Happy Hollow? The people in the town begin to believe that his disappearance was part of a ritual sacrifice. A struggling heavy metal band of outcasts realizes they can capitalize on the town's sudden interest in the occult.
It's rock tradition. The devil has always had the best tunes.
People are scared. You want to exploit that?
We are a heavy metal band. Let's be Satanists.
The band begins to thrive until a bizarre series of murders, kidnappings, and reported supernatural activity triggers a leather-studded witch hunt that leads directly back to them. This is the story of the new hit show, Hysteria. One of the actors you might recognize is Julie Bowen from shows and movies like Modern Family, Totally Killer, Happy Gilmore, and Rapunzel's Tangled Adventure. According to Rotten Tomatoes, Hysteria has gotten an 88% on the Tomatometer. Has the devil actually come to Happy Hollow, or is it just paranoia? The only way to know is to find out for yourself and watch the show. Hysteria is now streaming on Peacock and Sling TV. You can also watch it live on the USA Network. If supernatural happenings are up your alley, then don't miss the adventures in Happy Hollow. For PC3 Media, I'm Olivia.
When we come back, we'll bring you several sports segments, including a look at the Valpo football sensation and Matt's profile on his favorite Notre Dame hockey player.
Plus, Noah gives us a look inside a new fitness facility that's transforming lives right here in Valpo. Stay tuned. Unscripted will be right back.
Are you looking to improve your athletic performance, shed those extra pounds, or get back in shape after the holiday festivals? Look no further. Integrated Movement here in Valpo offers you a chance to train with experienced professionals who will guide you every step of the way. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just starting out, this is your opportunity to achieve your fitness goals and transform your lifestyle.
I believe people should come to Integrated Movement because we specialize in what we call the individual blueprint, where we help each client figure out what that blueprint is so that everything is individualized to them and their needs.
Integrated Movement offers a variety of programs for setting healthy goals, strengthening your overall performance. Michelle Harris started her journey by focusing on nutrition and slowly with her trainer, Andrew. He helped her develop better movement around her hips.
One thing that I shifted the biggest thing was my mindset. So I used to work out 5 days a week, really, really challenging workouts, high intense cardio, and that isn't necessarily the best for everybody. And so I felt like I was working out a lot, not really getting any results. And so then when I went over to Integrated Movement and we focused more on what I needed specifically for my strengths and weaknesses and how my body reacted to fitness, that's when I started really seeing results.
Integrated Movement lays out an individual blueprint for each client, helps them develop in areas that other fitness facilities may miss.
So they look at your individual blueprint, they look at your blood work, your body type, what your goals are, and they specifically tailor a program for you rather than the one-size-fits-all that you sometimes get at other workout facilities. They're incredibly smart, and they always want what's best for their client, and not just in the short term, but also long term.
When people work out here, the biggest benefit they're going to get is knowing that we're going to individualize everything that we do with them. We're a results-based facility, and every person that walks through that door, we want to help them find the healthiest version of themselves.
Since June of 22, I've lost 70 pounds. My cholesterol has come down. It's been cut in half. And so obviously those are two major health factors. But overall, I just feel like an entirely different human. My energy level is much better. My eating is much better. We've brought down my stress levels as far as trying to get all the workouts in and counting and tracking and all the things that, I thought I was doing that was not really helping me or I was not seeing success with. And so the biggest thing is just that I have a lot more energy. I feel a lot better mentally, physically, and that I'm on a good path for health long term.
If you are looking for long-term goals like getting in better shape and living a healthier lifestyle, just listen to results and give Integrate Movement a try.
They can find us online through integratedmovement.net, also through Instagram and Facebook, and through our website. If you look through, you'll find a general information form to fill out, and we will contact you to get you started.
Integrate Movement is located at 450 Leakin Way in Valparaiso. So if you're looking to improve your fitness goals, give them a try. From PC3 Media, I'm Noah Cena.
You know him, you love him, and his love of Notre Dame hockey is certainly contagious. Our resident hockey expert, Matt Isley, is back, and this time he's profiling one of his favorite players, Blake Biondi, in this next segment.
What's up, Porter County? I'm Matt Isley. Today we're doing something a little different. Rather than doing a game recap and highlights for Notre Dame, we will be doing a player profile. Today's featured player of the week is former NCHC Minnesota Duluth Bulldog, Blake Biondi. Blake Biondi is by far one of the best outstanding players in the NCHC and in the Big Ten Conference. After transferring from Minnesota Duluth, this is Blake's first year as part of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish hockey team. The Hermantown, Minnesota native for the Hermantown Hawks at Hermantown High School. Believe it or not, he was also featured in the movie Hockeyland and the graduate student transfer from UMD Bulldogs in the NCHC. He played in 23 games, scored 8 goals, had 12 assists, and 26 points. Blake has now skated in 18 games for the Irish, where he scored his first goal on the road at St. Lawrence at Appleton Arena and picked up 3 assists on the goals that were scored by Notre Dame. Another fun fact is that Blake got married last summer to his wife, Rachel, and as I learned during my interview with Blake, we found out that Top Golf is now on his summer bucket list.
Definitely. What do you like to do in your free time?
Well, I like to go just go on walks in nature. I think there's some cool places out here, and I'm from Minnesota, so see some new places here in Indiana. It's fun. I like going to walk on the river with my wife Rachel. There's that lake walk. I forget where it is, Granger, I think. A little lake walk or a river walk, I guess. I went there. I enjoy that. I like watching some hockey or football on the weeknights. I just like hanging out with the guys.
Yeah, so definitely. For me, what I like to do in free time, even though if I'm not doing schoolwork, is I like to go to Top Golf. Because,
Nice.
I like to golf because I've been there before.
Yep.
And definitely it's one of the best places I've been to with my family.
Should I put that on my bucket list?
Yeah, you should put it on your bucket list. There's one in Naperville, Illinois. And maybe you should put that on your bucket list. So maybe you should go check it out.
All right, I will.
Overall, we hope that Blake improves his scoring as a member of the Fighting Irish, and hopefully we will see a hat trick of this fun, dynamic player. For PC3 Sports, I'm Matt Isley.
Speaking of stars making an impact, Valpo wide receiver Austin McKenzie has been turning heads all season on the football field, as Brody and Zamari take a closer look at what he's been doing to help the Vikings win this season.
Austin McKenzie, a 5'5" wide and slot receiver, first-time varsity starter, leads the Valpo Vikings in receptions and receiving yards. Also was able to throw the game-winning two-point conversion against the Chesterton Trojans to give Valpo the win. Austin, before his senior year, has played little to no varsity snaps. This year, he is a leader and weapon in the Viking clubhouse, and looking forward to lead the Valpo Vikings throughout the playoffs.
Obviously, it's different when you're a senior. You know it could be your last game ever. But the mentality is the same as it is for every team. You win, you stay playing the game you love. You go to practice every day. You lose, you're done. And I think that's big for not only us. I played football with Kellen ever since Pop Warner. We've always had a great connection. The connection's kind of amplified going into this season, knowing that he'd be the starter and knowing that he'd play the entire season with us. He's been able to get the ball to everyone, not just me, with like Juju, Berta and all them, Keegan as well. But yeah, I feel like it's amplified our play as well.
I think Austin has excelled greatly from going from JV to varsity. He's pushed past limits people don't even know. He's exceeded expectations greatly, and everyone doubts him just because of his size, but he's really underrated and really a great player, and brings a great factor to this team, and will do great things moving forward.
I've been the same height my whole life. It's not like it's changed the way I play. I'd like to say that DBs don't play me differently just because of how tall I am. I score on them anyway, you know what I'm saying? But I like the way, I don't know. I feel like my height doesn't play a role in the way I play the game and the way people see the way I play the game.
Make sure to stay tuned with Austin McKenzie and the Valpo Vikings as they continue on their path down to the state championship. I'm Damari Gordon with PC3 Media, signing out.
Well, Sophia, we've come to the end of another episode of Unscripted.
Asher, that's just it. Unscripted exactly what's going to happen when Valpo takes on Chesterton for the sectional championship this week on PC3 Sports.
Well, it's going to be a big game, and PC3 will have all the coverage. Only the IHSAA Champions Network, so don't miss a single minute of the action.
Yeah, we know what happened the last time these two teams met at the game. Went into overtime and Valpo pulled out a Philly special to capture a thrilling victory.
However, Chesterton is now playing well and poised for revenge, so it'll be great to watch and see who comes out on top.
I can't wait, Asher. Well, that wraps things up for PC3 Unscripted. I'm Sophia Foyer.
And I'm Asher Vanderwood, and we'll catch you next time.